Hello Lomzy team, welcome to another exciting sewing tutorial. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Uloma Ezike. In today's sewing tutorial, I'll be sharing with you guys how to make an off-shoulder dress. This dress is trending now, but it's an edgy dress that you can wear at any time. It's so in now. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to make this today. And we'll be using 2.5 yards of fabric. That's what we'll be using for this. You know, you can actually use 3 yards if you want it very full, but normal and moderate flay off shoulder dress, 2.5 yards would do. But if you don't want it, just want a little bit of flay there, you can use 2 yards. So you just anyhow you want it, but for me, I'm going to be using 2.5 yards. What I did here was to fold the 2.5 yards into 4. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see how it is, I have folded it in 4. This is the selvage, you know. So this is the side that is not on fold. This other side is on fold. Let me show you. I folded this into 2. As you can see now, it is into 2 now. And then you now fold again, making it into 4. You see how it is? This is how you're going to be folding it. It's as simple as that. So if you notice from the thumbnail, this off-shoulder dress is on flay, is not a straight one. So this is not how we're going to be cutting this. We're going to be cutting it on bias strip. If this is your first time watching my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel down below and hit the notification bell icon down below there, the ash bell there. Hit it so you'll be able to see any post I make. You don't get to miss anything. So I am going to be folding this on bias strip like so. So by doing this, you're actually adding more flare to the lower part of the body and making the upper part smaller. So the more you shift it, the more you have a fuller lower part. Like I can shift it more like so and make the upper part smaller. So it depends on how you want it. But remember, the more you push it that way, you'll be losing more fabric. So you have to be moderate about it. What we have now is enough to give us enough flay. So you can use this to work now. So what we'll have to do now is we'll have to cut this. We have to give it a lazy man curve. You know, you eyeball it. This is a free hand cutting, so you can actually guess what you're doing. So you cut it like so, making a curve. You eyeball it and make a nice curve there. Yeah, so with this you have a nice curve. So this is what we're going to be. This will be the lower part of our dress. We have gotten the lower part of our dress in a curved form. So the next thing we are going to be working on is the upper part. We need to determine and make sure this other upper part is on straight, so that you'll be able to take your measurements from there, right? Yeah, so for you to do that is very simple. You just fold this like this and you just have your straight line again. And then you cut it out. So we're going to be taking our measurements now, but first thing we have to do is we have to get the allowance for the casing of the elastic. So for me, I am going to be using 1 inch because this is flay. If it's a straight, I can use 1.5 depending on the size of the elastic I'm using. Remember, if you're using 1/2 inch elastic, you have to make your sewing allowance bigger so that you'll be able to, your elastic will be able to pass through very well. So that's why I'm going to be using 1 inch allowance for my elastic. So we're going to be starting on this line to measure our off shoulder. So we're going to be placing our tape as if we're cutting a normal bodice, but we're going to be taking off the inches we want for the off shoulder. For me, I am going to be taking out 7 inches. So I will place that there and take the remaining 3 inches for my off shoulder and mark that there. So what is off is 7 inches. What we have for the off shoulder, the armhole length is 3 inches. So that's what I'm working with. So for the bodies, we are going to be measuring the shoulder, and the shoulder is 16 inches. We divide that by 2, which will give us 8 inches. And we have to add some extra easing allowance because we are going to be elasticating this. We need some extra inches to this so that it will be able to elasticate well, and I added 3 inches to that. So you just have to work with this, and you now make your curve. This is your armhole depth. So you curve that there. For the length, this length is perfect for the length I'm using because this is by 45. Anything shorter than this would not work. So that's why I left the length like that. So you can decide to measure your length from where your off shoulder started. You measure your length in case you want to make yours a longer one or you want to make it a top. So depending on what you want. So this will be the side that the elastic would be when you fold it. So that's how it will be. So if you want, you can actually come in to give it a shape. You can come in and just shape it in like so. If you want a shape there and still come out, you know, just how you want it. But for me, I'm not going to be shaping this. I'm going to be leaving mine like this because I want it full. So guys, you can follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Lomzy Sews. And for my ready to wear, you can follow me at Lomzy1 on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm going to be marking for the pocket now. I already made a video on how to insert a side pocket. So I'm going to just mark this here and give it a notch so that I know where my pocket is going in. So I'm going down by 8 inches from under the armhole, and I'll notch it so that I'll know where my pocket is going to be starting. So you go ahead and watch the video. I'm going to be dropping that in the description down below on how to insert a side pocket to your dress. So that will be in the description down below. So the next thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be working on the sleeve. So for the sleeve, like you saw on the thumbnail, the sleeve is full, you know. So we're going to be making sure we cut this to be bigger so that we can gather it enough. So just like in the dress, in the bodice, we took out 1 inch for the elastic, right? So we're going to be doing that on the sleeve too. So you take out that 1 inch for your elastic casing. So this is where you're going to be starting from. So for the sleeve round, you double the sleeve so that it's full enough. So for me, I am going to be measuring 15 inches to make sure I double the wideness of the sleeve. I have cut this in two for the two sleeves. So like this is into 4 now for the 2 sleeves. So I'll be adding 1 inch allowance. This is pretty simple. You're working with the upper part to get the armhole measurement. So it's very simple. All you need to do is just take your upper bodice and place it on your sleeve. So you mark out the curve. So don't bother about this excess, because by the time you add your elastic, is going to, be like this, and you will not have any problem. So you just go ahead and mark your armhole depth, armhole curve for your sleeve. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to also show you how to, I won't cut this, let me leave this and show you the second way to make the sleeve, is fitted off shoulder sleeve. So let me quickly show you how to do that. So you're working with 16 inches round sleeve. So you divide that by 2. When you divide that by 2, you will get 8 inches. And you then add your 1 inch sewing allowance. So you mark that there. And you take that up and mark it. So this is the round measurement of your sleeve. We have folded this in 2 for the 2 sleeve. So as you can see, this is the side on fold. So again, you're going to be placing your bodice on the sleeve. Just follow the sleeve where the side seam is, and you cut off your armhole curve, and that's it. That's it. It's going to be fitted. So you curve it in if you want your sleeve to be fitted. Now remember, if you're adding your hem for a fitted sleeve, before you do that, fold your hem. So that's how you would do that. So but for me, I am working with my sleeve is full, as you saw on the thumbnail. So that's why I'm going to be using this style to do this. So I'm going to be cutting this in 2 because I folded it. This is for the 2 sleeves. So as you can see, that's the 2 sleeves. So we have our sleeve now, and we also have our bodice. By the time you add the sleeve to it, it will look like this. And you can see your off shoulder is already coming out so nicely. By the time you put your elastic, it will be like this. So you have to hang in there, because I'm going to give you good tips on how to finish your clothes with a clean finishing. So the first thing you have to do is, I have already cut the pocket, so I would attach the pocket first. You attach the pocket. Remember, I have notched the pocket where it's going to be starting from. So you go ahead and attach this. Remember, I have dropped the link in the description box on how to attach a side pocket. So you do that one first before you start any other one. So the next thing we will do is, we are going to be attaching the sleeve to this. For you to sew it, you have to first, the next thing is attach the sleeve. So right sides facing together, I will have to attach this sleeve to the front part. You sew it there like so. And then you go ahead and attach the back side, just like you have done to the front. You attach it right side facing together, and it will look like this. Yeah, so you go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. When you have done this, for a clean finishing, the next thing you do is to overlock the neck. You overlock it so that you have a very clean finishing. So you can be able to fold it just once for your elastic. So don't fold it double folding. No, you won't have a clean finishing. So you also overlock the lower part, your hem, so that you'll be able to fold it once. With this, you will have a clean finishing. So guys, I hope the tutorial was very simple and easy for you to understand. If you don't understand anything, you can drop that in the comment section and I will be right there to answer any of your questions. I'll be so happy to attend to your. So that's it guys. Thank you for watching.